If you are still using shovels to mine out copious amounts of sand, you are doing it wrong. Sure, using a shovel with efficiency 5 does work fairly well. However, if you need stacks upon stacks of sand, you are wasting time when there is a better way. Using TNT and spacing it out with 3 blocks between each TNT block will yield sand at a much faster rate. It will take a bit of sand to set up, as well as a creeper farm, as you will need to be able to craft the TNT. However, mining a small amount of sand to start is rather quick, and creeper farms are rather easy to make. To test this, I set up a test area to see how much sand per second could be acquired both ways. Using TNT, we managed to get 7 full stacks plus 23 sand. That is after the 20 sand was removed that we would have used to craft the TNT in 43 seconds. That also includes the time to pick it up, and that gives us a total yield of 10.953 sand per second. Using a shovel, I managed to get 8 stacks plus 62 in 67 seconds. That gives us a total yield of 8.567 sand per second. Now, it's worth noting here that I think that's probably inflated somewhat, as the entire box here was sand and had no sandstone that you would run to in a desert. However, that's also true for the TNT test. Now, that's all fine and dandy in a closed system test like this, but how does it stack up in an actual gameplay mode? To test it out, I loaded up a random seed, found a desert, duplicated the world so the test would be on the same desert on the same seed, and got to work. I spent an hour mining sand with an efficiency 5 shovel and with TNT, and in the end I got 4 double chests plus 18 stacks with the shovel method, which yielded us a total amount of 14,974 sand in 1 hour. After an hour with the TNT, I managed to get 5 double chests, 52 stacks, and 25 sand. That is, of course, after we removed the sand that we would have used to make the TNT. That gives us a total of 20,633 sand in 1 hour, which means mining with TNT was 38% more efficient than with a shovel. We also managed to get some sandstone with TNT that we did not get with the shovel method, so if you were also after sandstone, then TNT is even better. It is worth noting here that with the TNT method, I did have a shovel that I used to flatten out certain areas to prep it. Near the end, I started to feel like this was costing me more time than it was worth, and just started placing the TNT on the top layer. Hard to say for sure which way was better, but it certainly felt like flattening out the area beforehand was not worth the time that it took. Also, while mining, I did use almost 2 full netherite shovels with the unbreaking on them, so you'll need multiple shovels, or mending on them with a way to repair while out mining, as obviously if you needed to return to another location to repair your shovels, that would reduce your rates. As for the TNT method, I did use almost 3 flint and steels, however I feel like those are easier to get, and I also did not put unbreaking on it, although you certainly can. With TNT, you will also need a creeper farm, however those are fairly easy to make as well. The only caveat I will offer for this is that mining with a shovel took very little brain power, while TNT took at least a little bit of focus. That being said, as I mentioned earlier, if you enjoy the mindless task of mining out sand with a shovel, then there's nothing wrong with that. If you're trying to be the most efficient you possibly can, TNT is the way to go. I also feel like TNT was more fun, at least for me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this, and until next time, be safe, be happy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.